Oh my gosh, back at it again. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Young Money Investment. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the much anticipated release of the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro, as well as the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Man, there's a lot of names, a lot of words, a lot of things. Oh my gosh. We are going to be talking about the phone and how to get the very best deal on this phone. There's going to be a million YouTube videos out there about the qualities, features, characteristics. You can probably click all over the place and find videos about some of the new quirks and features of the iPhones that are coming out. But today I want to talk to you about my buying experience and how I feel I was able to save the most money on buying the iPhone 11 Pro, and how I think you can actually save a little bit of money by following this route. There were a lot of routes that I went and kind of thought about, do I trade in my iPhone 10 or I even thought about selling it on Craigslist, but I want to tell you about my experience, what I did, and how I believe I am actually going to get the most bang for my buck. Check it out all today on Young Money Investments. Alright, you guys, so as you can see, all these new iPhone models are currently coming out. They are out right now as of September 20th. The iPhone Apple stores were filled with new buyers. My brother, that lucky son of a gun, actually already picked his up. My new one will probably not be in for about a week or so, but that's okay. That gives me an opportunity to talk to you simply and solely about the way that I personally bought my phone and why I think this is the very best way to do it. The big thing in this is going to be if you are a current phone owner, especially Apple iPhone owner, because that is really going to be the basis on how to get the most money out of your phone. So if you don't currently own an iPhone, this probably isn't going to be the best way for you to purchase an iPhone. I'd say, probably do it the route that I normally do. And the way that I normally buy iPhones is I usually buy the previous year's generation on Craigslist. I do it reputably. Yes, there's ways that you can get burned, and I'm probably gonna get comments down there that go, Cameron, you can get burned, you can get scammed on Craigslist, don't buy your phones on Craigslist, buy them from a reputable dealer. If you do your due diligence and you actually research it out, I think there's a lot of great aftermarket ways to buy the previous generation. I had purchased my iPhone 10 when the iPhone XS came out, and so I ended up getting mine, I think, for $600 for a 256 gigabyte model. Yes, I had to finagle it, had to find the right deal and everything, but that was how I saved myself a ton of money, and that's normally what I recommend. The reason I am personally in this cycle, and every other cycle I alternate, I'm buying it new, is because I can now take this model, this phone right here, and I can actually trade it into Apple and they will give me a fair, decent market value. All right, you guys, so as you can see here on the Apple website, if you go on and you click through the buying process, you can go, do you have an iPhone to trade in? Yes, you're going to go click yes. You're going to choose the model. I currently just have an iPhone 10, and you can get up to $400. This right here, if you have an older one, yeah, you're not going to get as much money back. If you have an iPhone 7 Plus, you're only going to get a couple $100. But I will say this. One of the things that I've noticed, and I did a lot of research into selling my phone private party online. Right now, Apple is going to give me $400. It doesn't matter whether you have a 64 gigabyte model, a 256 gigabyte model, 128, it doesn't matter. They're going to give you the same amount. That part does suck for me, but like I said, if you do the math over here, $600 is what I paid for the phone. I'm getting $400 back. That is a cost of over the year. That phone cost me $200 to own. For me, that's not a bad loss in phones. As I looked online and looked on Craigslist, I could have maybe potentially got $500 out of my phone. That does leave the potential profit. And if you wanted to, you could go out and actually end up selling your phone on Craigslist. So yes, technically I could have maybe saved myself an extra $100 by doing it that way, but where my phone works pretty good, I can trade it in. It's very simple and easy. For me, it wasn't worth the time to actually go out and do that. But here's a little bonus. If you, like I said, had a phone, you go out and sell it on Craigslist and then not go through this process. With that being said, if you do have a phone, you don't really feel like it's worth it, I think this is the very best process to go through. So is your phone in good condition? Yes or no? Hopefully your phone's in good condition. If it's not, you better get it fixed because Apple will bone you. Yes, they will bone you on the price of your phone. So here you're going to click on whatever model you want to do. I want to do the iPhone 11 Pro. I want to do it in midnight green. I'm going to choose the 256 gigabyte model. Also notice the price substantially goes up. I do definitely hate those price increases, but hey, you know, I cannot go with the 64. I need the extra storage space because of the 4K video and everything. I think that's what you need to do. Down here, you can choose to go through one of your carriers, and this is why I recommend not doing this. And I also highly recommend not actually doing the monthly payment plans. I had looked and honestly and truly thought, hey, this is a great opportunity. My iPhone 11 Pro 256 gigabyte model is going to be roughly about $31 a month if I finance this out because it's $749. When I ended up calling Verizon to do that, they actually said that they would break that down over the discount of my phone that I'd be trading in for $400. They would break it down over the course of 24 months. Now, the problem with that is I highly doubt, especially with the 5G iPhone coming out next year, that I'm going to hold on to my phone for 24 months. What that means is that when I do trade in my old phone, I do not get the additional credit. I would have to keep my iPhone 11 Pro, for 24 months in order to get the discount. I think that that is a scam, and that for me made it not worth it. What if I only held on to this iPhone for 1 year? If I held on to it for 1 year and ended up trading up, I would lose $200 because they're giving me $400. I would make that back in my monthly payments during this next year, but I would lose out on the following 12 months of them basically giving me that discount off of my iPhone, and I'd have to pay off that iPhone. So that is the route I recommend not going into. I recommend not doing that because the cell phone company then basically only gives you $200 for an iPhone 10 as opposed to $400 that you get when you buy the phone outright. That is if you go through your carrier. So obviously, as you can see here, you could actually go through one of your carriers. You could go through AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, and you could end up paying. You can always go through paying through the carrier. Now, the problem with paying through the carrier, like I said, is they are going to overcharge you. The other option, though, is you can end up buying the phone outright, and you could do that through either Verizon or do an unlocked SIM-free. You could do it through any of the carriers, honestly, or you could do it unlocked and SIM-free. I went with doing it through the SIM-free version. Now, why did I do that? The reason that I decided first not to do the payment plan, because I still could have ended up doing that, was because my carrier, Verizon, was going to charge me $40 for an activation fee. To me, why am I going to pay 3 or 4% of my phone's value simply for activating the card when my cell phone already has a SIM card inside of it? Literally, all I have to do is now pop out the SIM card from my iPhone 10, put that in my new iPhone, and voila, I don't have to pay Verizon $40 for a stupid little SIM card when I already have one. Now, like I said, I still had the option. I could have done the payment plan, and if I would have done the payment plan, then I would have had to pay the $40. I didn't want to pay the $40 because I thought that was a scam. I decided to pay my phone outright. Now, this is where pro versus con weighs itself out. You have to go, I saved myself 3 to 4% by not paying $40 to do a new line activation. Now, with that being said, what is my cost value? What is my opportunity cost with that money? I am now paying $749 up front. I'm really paying for the full phone value, and then Apple gives me the credit back. They'll either like send me I forget what they do. I think they'll credit my bank account or credit my PayPal, something like that. They will credit me back the $400. So overall, out of pocket, I'm spending $749. You have to now ask yourself, is that opportunity cost worth it? Would it have been better to pay the $40 and finance the phone out? Or was it better to not pay the $40 and not finance the phone out? That depends. That depends on your financial circumstances. And I personally just was like, I don't want to give Verizon any extra money that I don't have to because I'm not a big Verizon fan. So overall, long story short, kind of recapping everything, what I decided to do with my iPhone was I decided to go, hey, I'm going to return my phone or sell my phone to Apple for $400. They are going to then have me pay $749 for the phone, and I am then going to basically call it a wash. So basically, I believe that this is going to be your best opportunity, your best bet if you are going to be buying a new iPhone is to sell or turn in your original model so that it offsets the cost. One more thing that I also did was I had the phone shipped. I'm currently in Washington. I'm an Oregon resident. But if it was to pick the phone up in Washington, I would pay sales tax. I'm getting the phone shipped to my address in Oregon because then I save myself sales tax. Yes, sales tax is a killer and is a bummer. If you can avoid it, great. If you can't, hey, that's just one of those things. But one of the big things that helped me out as well was I don't have to pay for sales tax on my phone. So when I say I'm paying $749 for my phone, I'm really paying $749 for my iPhone, not like an additional 6 to 9 to 10 to 11% sales tax that some of these crazy states charge. So I think that was another big bonus in savings. All right, you guys, I wanted to add one more thing to the end of this video because I thought here in this whole process of talking to you about finding the best deal for the iPhone 11, I wanted to do one more thing when it came to my iPhone 10, and that was try out this website called Swappa. Now, it is in no way, shape, or form an advertisement, a paid advertisement for them. It's simply an experiment online to see how much money this Swappa site will actually give me for my iPhone, and it was very simple and easy to do. Literally, all I had to do when I went onto the website was go here to swappa.com, create a login, use your email to verify everything. You enter in your IMEI number or your serial number, all that kind of stuff that you normally would put on here. You enter the price that you want. This price also includes the $20 fee. So the website does charge a $20 fee. That's the $564 that I put for my 256 gigabyte iPhone 10. Now, if you want, you can put an express shipping option where you ship it out right away. For 20 bucks, I figure I'll ship it out right away instead of waiting 2 days to get that item out for someone. Now, like I said, like it says on here, I posted this 47 minutes ago, or that's actually when I became a member. It's in the queue. I created the photos, and you do have to create photos that have the actual like listing on here. So it wants you to know that it's actually your phone. Super simple, super easy to do, taking all the pictures of my iPhone. And as you can see, guys, it's not really that hard. That was probably the best part about this, was it was very simple and easy creating your description, and it's simple and easy. Like, you can get it out right away. Now, the reason I'm trying this is because on here, I'm basically going to have a profit for my iPhone of right around $530 is kind of what I'm thinking my profit is going to be, or what I'm going to make when I sell the phone. Now, when I'm doing this through Apple, I'm only getting $400 back. So, man, this would be a nice, simple, easy way to make a lot more profit or get a lot more money back, especially considering I bought this phone for only $600. All right, you guys, and now we are finished. That is the end of the video. And again, thank you so much for being here. If you've not done so already, smash that thumbs up button, hit the bell notification, and please subscribe for more great reviews, videos on everything that you need to know in terms of finance, whether it be iPhones, real estate, stock market investing, you name it. We cover it all here on Young Money Investments. Talk to you guys later. Bye.